Hello everybody and welcome. I am just here by my electric kiln and I'm just trying to figure out what pieces I've got here that I can put in just to make up some heights in the kiln. You know what it's like when you're packing a Bisq kiln, you know, it's a little bit like a three-dimensional jigsaw puzzle, isn't it? You're trying to figure out what you've got, what available space you've got and how to fit it in. So why don't you join me just here, just swing the camera around and down here. You can see what I'm doing. Just trying to load. I'll just swing this other light. Bring this light. Hope that gives a bit more light on the subject. Well, you can see what I'm doing there. The flower pots. I'm actually basically just doing the top layer here, and I've got limited items that I can actually put in. So basically, actually got these flower pots that you've been watching me doing recently, which are now thoroughly dried off, and they've got to go in. But I haven't really got much to sort of fill in around the sides, which is kind of frustrating, isn't it? You're always looking for those little smaller items that you can put in. I've got a few oddments, the odd mug. I've got here a small lamp stand. I wonder if I can get that in down there. Ooh, looks like we're going to be lucky. Of course, the beauty of firing flower pots or bisque firing is that we can put everything together and it doesn't matter if it touches, does it? Which is good. The flower pots here, I don't know if you can notice, but of course I can't put the one flower pot just inside another because the weight of the flower pot will split the flower pot on its rim. So I've got to take the weight through the base. So I have to put something in there so it can rest on the bottom and not put its weight on the fragile sides of the flower pot underneath. So I put one of these guys underneath. That's going to take the weight through the base. So I'm putting that in there like that. That's that guy, and I've done that with the other two. Now I've got one more down there. This can very slightly depend on the angle that you've thrown your flower pots. Now I didn't throw these flower pots to gauge, I just threw them. They were a set weight of clay, and no, I think I did throw some of them to gauge actually, and then others I didn't. So got another one of these. I'm going to put that down in there. Let's see if this one will rest on that. Yeah, it seems to be taking the weight. So let's just lean the camera over here and see what's going on. Yeah, well, you can see we've still got a bit of height here to make up, because we really want to try to get the kiln as full as we can. Now, somebody made a comment, and said just recently when I was doing the terracotta, putting the terracotta slip onto these flower pots, somebody made a comment that, oh, that's no good, it's all going to crack off, etc. And insinuated that I was calling everybody a moron. Well, I just thought I had to address that, because I just want you to see for your own eyes. This is the terracotta slip that I brushed on, okay? There's no cracking, alright? The white slip also that I put on, no cracking, alright? Just wanted to show you that. because some people just want to jump in sometimes. And here I want you to see is the finished article, okay? This is a flower pot that's been finished, that's got the terracotta slip over it. Alright? Now the only reason I was putting the terracotta slip on like this was because I didn't have any terracotta clay. All I had was stoneware clay, and yet I wanted to create the effect of flower pots and the typical terracotta look. So what I did was just broke up an amount of terracotta clay, dried it thoroughly, wetted it down, made it into a slip and sieved it, and I simply brushed it on, and I haven't encountered any problem whatsoever. So something to think about. The person who made that comment. So what have we got to do now? Yes, I've still got some space in there that I need to fill in. Well, I've got some more of these. Oh, wait a minute! I've actually got You know what? To be honest, I don't like putting too much weight when you've got. I'm going to put another one there on here. It's going to take the weight through the base. Sometimes, even though you take this precaution, you can end up cracking. And that one is too wide, that flower pot. You see, that one is too wide for the one that's underneath, and it's actually catching there on the side. So, okay, we're just going to put that onto one side. I've got some, as I say, some more of these, so I'm going to put these in. Like that. As I say, it's a bit of packing a bisque is. The main thing you need to really watch out for and be careful about, I think, is this business of weight stacking pots one on top of another. I don't know if I've shown you, I think I have before, like for example, I can't show you them because they're underneath, unfortunately, but oh no, here's some. Oh, these are actually already been fired. Now this is a stack of GP bowls, of course. Now the way to stack these, and I'll just demonstrate that very quickly, is I've got some sand here. Okay, and I put some sand in the base like that. Okay, and then what we do is take the next one, put it on top, and it nestles on the sand. You see, it's not nestling on the edge here. Okay, I'll just put that there. Are we in the picture? I want you to see this. Yeah. Okay, so we'll take a bit more sand. I'm just showing you this by way of a demonstration because these actually already fired. So you see, then the next one goes there. Okay, and the next one goes there. So now we've got a stack, you see, of 4 there. I could go even higher than that. I could have 6 or even 8 high. But the weight is all taken down through the bases. It's not resting on the edges, and that's what you've got to be careful about, because if we didn't have that sand there, the ones on the bottom would just crack, wouldn't they, with the weight. Alright, just wanted to show you that. So, let's see now. What have we got? Yeah. I wonder if we could. Sometimes it's a case of taking one out, putting it inside another one. You have to play around a bit, you know. That's going to go there. Another one of those supports there in the middle, and then this one again now on the top of that. That's okay, that's taking the weight down through the middle. I'm happy with that. Okay. We can put that there. And I've got space in there for something. I can put another one of the supports on that, down on the bottom of that flower pot. I've got this round piece. I'm going to stick that on top of that. Aha, we're making progress. So, little coffee mug here. I think we can sneak him down inside there. With a bisque firing, you see, you want to fill up every available space. Why not? Let's see now what else we got. I've got here a fluted bowl. Now that fella we can turn upside down, you see, and invert it. Now that's not looking too good because it's kind of just, I don't like the way that that's sitting. Okay, wait a minute. Let's take this fella. I'm going to turn him upside down and put him on top of that one there like that. Oh, that's good. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but that pot, all right, is taking the weight down in the base, inside there. All right, so that's good. Touché. All right. Now I've got here, got another fluted bowl. So maybe that one we can put on top of that one there. Yep, oh, it's looking good. It's looking good. And this one wasn't looking so good on top of that one, was it? Dee dee dee. Dee dee dee. Let's see, wait a minute, let's see if we can take that one out. Maybe stick that one down in there. I don't like the look of that one. Aha. Now in this case I put two. Again, taking the weight through the base, and that there just resting on the top, and it's not yeah, it's taking the weight through the base, not on the sides, which is what we wanted. Now then. Ooh, that's a pity. No good because it's above the height there, so that's not good like that. Ah, now I'm thinking, have I got anything I can put in there? Some small piece. Yeah. It's a bit of a thinking process sometimes, you know, you're packing a kiln, you just have to, you put things in, you try them, and then you think, no, no good, take it out, try this. And so you proceed like that. I found a small little bowl here, so that one can go there. Doesn't look like I'm going to really manage to get anything more in this pack, even though I've got space. It's a pity I haven't got some small little kiln fillers to put in there. Oh, I wish I could get this fella in. It's really bugging me. I've got this one, I can't seem to get him in. Must be a way. There's gotta be a way somewhere. Gotta be a way. Hang on. Where there's a wheel, there's a way. Clay is a way. So they say. No, doesn't look like I can squeeze him in really without leaving another one out. So that I'm just going to have to put these back here on the shelf, and they'll have to go in the next firing by the look of it. So basically now we're ready to switch on the kiln and proceed with the warm-up. Now with this particular kiln, which is an electric kiln, of course, as you can see the elements are here. I basically stick that fella up, and then I'm not really used to firing with electric kilns, to be honest. I've got these I've got two switches. It's like a series of around the top, one series, and then another series down the bottom. So we've got two switches. I'll switch on the bottom one. Funny button here, you have to sort of press in. And at some point it decides to stay on. Come on, stay on. Well, actually I don't know if I'm going to be firing it right now today anyway. I should fire it in the morning, so I'll sort that out in the morning. So yeah, so there we are. Now I'm going to fire that. Now you're probably asking, going to ask me, oh but Simon, you haven't got any cones in there. True, I haven't, and I tend just to fire to a nice good red heat. I know roughly what I want, you know, in terms of the colour, the amount of orange. So you know, there's like a colour chart. I don't know if you've got one, but at a certain colour, when you first begin to see colour, there's a certain amount of degrees. I know what it is in centigrade. I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit, but so I can just pretty much gauge it according to that, and I know from experience what a good bisque colour, what it will look like. Plus, from the experience I've had from doing these guys, I know as well. So again, you see, it's practice, isn't it? It's you do it and you learn from your mistakes. So you then you think, right, okay, well next time I do this I'm going to take it, say, up a little bit higher in temperature, or make sure that colour is just a little bit brighter. And so it's rule of thumb, isn't it? Rule of thumb, and you begin to progress as you practice. Okay, Simon Leach here saying, keep practicing. We see you soon. Bye bye.